for the morning. The date of this video is the 15th of June 2022, and it relates to the charges that were brought against me and Leoni some time ago. You will know about those, of alleged conspiracy to commit murder. I just want to give you the rundown again on what happened yesterday, because as I said in my previous video, it seems that even at this very late stage, people are still trying to confuse the public out there as to what the stance, the legal stance is. I want you to go and fact check me with good lawyers specializing in procedural law, in the law of evidence, and especially in criminal law. Okay. Our case has been on the roll now for a substantive period of time. It has been postponed more than once for the state to finalize its investigation. It was remanded until yesterday in finality for two reasons. The one reason being that the state was still alleging that certain cell phone records were outstanding. And then secondly, apologies, it was also remanded yesterday for the decision by the provincial director of public prosecutions, the deal with fear. In other words, the big boss sitting in his office deciding on which cases are to be prosecuted, which are not to be prosecuted, and at which court they should be prosecuted. Now, usually cases, and there are thousands of cases on the Gauteng rolls every day, are not sent to the DPP. Our case is unfortunately a high-profile case. Why? Because we are high-profile people. That is why, in the end, we ended up on, especially, programs like Carte Blanche. And there's a very big problem for Carte Blanche at this point in time. And the biggest Afrikaans-speaking or Afrikaans newspaper, Rapport. We ended up on the front page of that publication. I see that my enemies are now trying to downplay the whole thing as Schalk, making as if this is now a high-profile case and and all these things. Guys, it's not me. It's not me. I was arrested by the police in a supposed sting operation, and it was published on Carte Blanche without my consent, without my contribution in that program. And then it was published by Rapport. But somehow you are trying to pervade that it's me making as if this is a high-profile case. It is a high-profile case. Because the media, and especially you guys, made it a high-profile case. I never wanted my name to be negatively in the public domain. I never wanted my name to be slandered by people on Carte Blanche or on the front pages of Rapport. It's you who made it a high-profile case. And because it was a high-profile case of high-profile people, it was sent by the District Court Pretoria North as per the proper procedures, standard operating procedures, to the DPP to make a decision on the case. Because if it's a high-profile case like this, and it was argued more than once that it is now in the public interest, they even wanted at one point in time to lodge an application which the state did not want to entertain. The state, the NPA, did not want to entertain, to open up the court so that journalists could be there with cameras, like in the Oscar Pretorius case, which in itself is a thing on its own. It's only high-profile cases that's open up to the media so that they can bring in their cameras and record the thing real time, etc., etc. Right? It's not me. I didn't want those things. It's you guys. But because it was a high-profile case, with all the media attention initially, when you still thought you had a story, the case was then sent to DPP, because they wanted to hear if the DPP thought it wise to put the case on the roll of the High Court Gauteng. Right. Why? Because usually high-profile cases like these, as it was purveyed to be, are put on the roll of the High Court. Right. From word go, and you will see my previous videos on this, I said it's highly unlikely that the DPP will make such a decision. On the case docket itself, we've not had any knowledge or even a hint given on what evidence there is on the docket. I know, unfortunately, from my side and various interviews and informal discussions with the investigating officer, that whatever is on the case relates to one single witness. There's here and there, there's expert witnesses just simply saying, we took this information from a phone, we took that information from a phone. It boils down to a single witness. And that single witness will have to stand his day, if the case goes to trial, stand his day in court, under oath and under cross-examination. I'm not going to delve into the merits of the case. It's not needed. We said already in our bail application, which is on record, is on under oath, we said that we believe that it is just simply a scam. It's just simply once again trying to slander our good names in the public view, and we are still of the opinion. We said then, as we are saying now, that we will plead guilty if the case actually ever goes to trial. Right. So nothing has changed. From our side, nothing has changed. Full stop. Right. The case came up yesterday as it was scheduled. We appeared before court. A lot was made initially by certain elements, not the NPA, that somehow my bail will be drawn in. In the end, the state didn't even make such an application. They simply indicated to the court, the DPP, the Director of Public Prosecutions, indeed sent back a directive to them, very clearly indicating the case is not of any nature whatsoever as to put it before High Court. They must send it on now to regional court for what is called screening. Cases are screened by the chief prosecutor of every division of the regional court being part of the lower courts. You have the district court and the regional court being lower courts, and then the high court being the high court itself, and above them, of course, the appeals court. But it is now to be sent for screening to the regional court chief prosecutor for him to decide whether the case will be put before court for trial. If there are merits enough to do that. If not, well, it speaks for itself. It will be removed from the roll. If it is decided upon that it is indeed put before court, we're ready for trial. We will see what's in the docket, and we will answer whatever is in the docket. There's nothing strange about these procedures. People try to create the impression there's something strange going on here. There's nothing strange. This is what happens. The mere fact that there needs to be a screening of the docket tells me something, but I'm not going to say too much about that. As it is now, the case has been remanded. I'm not sure. I think to 19 July. I speak under correction. On which date the only thing that will happen is we will hear either the case will proceed, and then a pre-trial date, etc., will be set down, or the case will be removed from the roll by the NPA. As simple as that. That's it, guys. A lot has been said about my bail and how my bail will be drawn in, because there's now a lot of other cases that was opened against me and a lot of other charges against me. We asked specifically yesterday from the prosecutor, are there any other charges against Schalk van der Merwe, or then for that matter Leoni, because she's a co-defendant in this case? And the state said no, we only have the original case before us. So whatever cases are being purveyed in the media to have been made are either of such a low value that it has not even reached the point where it was sent to a prosecutor, or it is just simply thumbsuck. As simple as that. There are no cases that I am aware of opened against me. I would have known, because I would have received court dates and either be subpoenaed or arrested if there were fraud cases against me. It speaks for itself. There are no fraud cases open against me. There are no fraud cases relating to the 850 Rand issue that was blown out of proportion some time ago by my enemies trying to convey to the public that somehow I'm defrauding people into doing this or that or the following. It even reached the CCMA. The CCMA is now investigating the people who made the allegations, just for your information. But the long and the short is, at this point in time, there's this case, this one of alleged conspiracy to commit murder. It's at district court as we speak, still as it was previously, and it was remanded until the 19th for screening by the chief prosecutor of the regional court, Pretoria North. That's it. It's as simple as that. The maintenance case, there was a criminal maintenance case that was driven against me for 3 years by my ex-wife. That case has been removed from the roll. I asked specifically that the court make a finding that I'm not guilty on the charges that were leveled against me. The court confirmed it. It's in writing. It's part of the court records. You can go and look for it yourself. That case has been struck from the roll. It has been referred on my request for investigation to see what's going on in the finances and who pays what for my children. It has nothing to do with the next person. It's a highly private affair, for the very simple reason, even the law itself, even the act itself, makes provision that these things are private in nature and it is not even to be divulged to the public, right? So please take warning of that. If it's divulged, if whatever is taking place during the investigation is divulged, I will bring that to the attention of the magistrate doing the investigation, and those people will be charged with contempt of court. As simple as that. There's one last outstanding case, the one of the alleged assault against a attorney's clerk who alleged I assaulted her and I committed damage to a property. That case is, hopefully, is to be finalized on the 6th of July. As I indicated previously, once again, I can't comment on the merits, unfortunately. But as I indicated, I foresee that I will ask for Section 174 of the Criminal Procedures Act to be invoked in that case after the state's case. As to my opinion, at this point in time, there's nothing in front of the court that can make any finding on the allegations by the victim. It remains in the hands of the court. It's for the court to make the decision. It's for the other party, the complainant and her instigators, to say the opposite, to have the opposite opinion. It's just simply me commenting on what is now out there and has been out there for months, trying to show me as this kind of gender-based violence perpetrator hitting women in the street, because that is the narrative that has been sent out there on social media and even commented on carte blanche. Yes, carte blanche, you're sitting with quite a problem. You're sitting with quite a problem. That quarter of an hour in which you slandered me in the most horrible way, between you and a certain Tuindwargie, you may be going to become part of South African legal history, because there is a tremendous civil case lying just awaiting for my go-ahead. And that go-ahead is going to come in relation to what happens in court in the very near future. So you must be very, very aware of that. Report, same to you. Build, you also published. Reporting in Build was simple and factual. Therefore, there's no need for me to, at this point in time, take them on. It was just simply reported what happened in the court, and then there were also here and there reports in Marula Media. Now, Marula Media, I'm warning you now informally, please be very careful of running behind the carte blanches of the world and the reports of the world in what you say and what you write. At this point in time, you're not in trouble, but you came within an inch of trouble in one or two of your reportings. Just simply report the facts. The Citizen, for instance, one or two of the English publications. Just simply publish the facts. You haven't heard me at any point chastising them. Facts are facts. Court cases are court cases. Court records are court records. So just simply report on what is fact. And leave the opinion, and leave the slander, and leave the nastiness and the agendas. Just leave that. And then I will have no problem with you. But believe you me, and this is me being crystal clear now. If you go into the public domain and to publish things that slanders my good name or my wife's good name, I will come after you, and I will go to the ends of the earth to bring to finality legal processes against you. It will cost you, right? Because you are lying and you are slandering. Okay, that being said, I think that's enough for this morning. Have a tremendous day. Tomorrow, I think I will be at my Henneman house. I will definitely make a video when we get there, although we're going to travel most of the day. Otherwise, you will see me on Friday. I will come and pop in on Friday. Have a tremendous day, have a tremendous week if we don't speak again until Friday. So yeah, and thank you once again for your support. Please assist me on the 46,000 page. The people are moving across. I can see there's about 5,000 people already that's moved to my group. My personal profile here that you are watching is very close now to ticking over to the next 1,000. I think it's now 19,000 people sitting here. So the migration is definitely happening. I want the people off that page, the 46,000 page. I don't want that page open any longer. By the end of July, I will close it down. It has been destroyed to such an extent and infiltrated to such an extent by fake profiles and troublemakers and agents provocateurs. I don't want that page anymore. So please get the good people off there. Please get them onto this profile as well as my group. I will post the appropriate links once again here. Thank you so much, and have a tremendous day.